snow fell cold on a bitter night. John was gone for the morning light. They blame Karen, but it don't sit right. Too many secrets hid from sight. Oh, the badge runs deep, the law runs thin. They stack the deck, but truth won't bend. The judge looks away, the truth gets drowned. Ain't no justice in Canton Town. Proctor's story shifts and sways. Cameras vanish, records fade. The Alberts toast while the doubts grow strong. The folks still fight, won't be long. Oh, the badge runs deep, the law runs thin. They stack the deck, but truth won't bend. The judge looks away, the truth gets drowned. Ain't no justice in Canton Town. Proctor's story shifts and sways. Cameras vanish, records fade. The Alberts toast while the doubts grow strong. The folks still fight, won't be long. Oh, the badge runs deep, the law runs thin. They stack the deck, but truth won't bend. The judge looks away, the truth gets drowned. Ain't no justice in Canton Town.
Hello, everyone, and sorry we were a little bit late, but we were speculating in the background. No, we were actually scrolling around the internet trying to figure out what, if any, is going on today. And we are thinking, let's do like people are doing on Twitch and speculate. Mo, is the feds storming Norfolk County Courthouse right now?
Well, Occam's razor would suggest that it's probably a sick juror, but I'm guessing someone mixed up skinny and sweet and rat poison in Brennan's coffee. I'm going full 9 to 5 on my speculation.
I am going with Bev had an accident. She had too many claws and had a fall, slip and fall in her cape house, and ladies her age have osteoporosis. I don't know how old she is, so she has a busted hip.
Makes sense. Or what I also think is there might be issues that are coming up that's, again, it's probably not the most likely, but there might be issues or something from higher ups, because I guess I didn't realize it, but Canton trial was trending on Twitter yesterday. So maybe Yuri didn't do as well as the state thinks.
Well, I read that he ran roughshod over AJ, and AJ is a fool. Thank you, Sue, for sponsoring today's attire. Jen confessed last night. Yeah, but let's just, because there will be speculations aplenty today. Everything from they found out it was the wrong shoe to the feds are storming till someone spotted the Independence Day starship over Norfolk Courthouse, and they are right now trying to clean it up after the star beam. This is all the information that is out there at the moment. Karen Reed trial not taking place Tuesday due to unavoidable circumstances. And that's all we have. So this is Boston 10. So what does unavoidable circumstances mean? It means nothing. It's kind of like when a politician tells you, you vote for me and I will do this. It's just something they say. You don't know what it means because it doesn't make sense. Why are we appreciating? We should always appreciate something. I am appreciating because Little D became a member on my channel. Thank you, Little D.
And on my channel, my chat, we are putting up a poll. Basically, you guys have options. I did promise that after the dentist, I would come as Cape Bev. So you have either I can do a Cape Bev, Bev from the Cape today, rewatching the Yuri cross, or I can do, what did I promise? This is such a bad poll. I think it was Bev tomorrow or Bev on Friday, and I will really be drinking White Claws. So
what do we think happened?
I'm
again,
thinking
I think
aliens.
someone poisoned Hank, but I also think that a
I'm
juror
saying
might
aliens.
be sick.
Aliens?
Yeah.
I think it's got something to do with Yuri's or Higgins' video yesterday.
That wouldn't be an unavoidable circumstance.
Might be.
That'll be a
The
day
habeas
cancelled in
corpus.
court, and court would be in session without the jurors.
Might be a discovery violation.
Then court would be in session.
Did Canton run out of White Claws? Because I could see how that would be an emergency. Also, what, if any, is the snow conditions there?
It could be snow. I've heard they get a lot of snow in those parts.
I've heard that.
But they don't know how to run in it. It's always a surprise when a nor'easter comes. It's almost like it's so common they created a colloquialism to call those storms a nor'easter. It's almost like those are commonplace.
Almost.
At the moment, before everything blows up, and people went crazy yesterday already with now it's not Brian Higgins, now it's Brian Albert. In reality, it's the human thumb, it's Plevin. There's so many conspiracies out there. So the only thing I will say is there's no court today. We have no inkling to speculate on why there is no court today. The only thing we know is there's no court. And
Baker, I have just had an awesome thought, and you're best with these songs, so I'm going to give it to you because I'm the thought person, not the do person. It's raining snowmen. Hallelujah. It's raining snowmen.
the problem is I can't make it sound like something else.
Damn it.
Yeah,
darn
that'll
it.
be a copyright infringement. But
What if we got
just
the Weather Girls back together and let them sing it?
that could be a thing. But again, we will try on this channel not to go into all the speculations. There will be others, especially on Twitter.
Speaking of speculation, I'm pretty sure Brian Higgins went to rehab. Pretty sure. We're just gonna throw that out there. I've been thinking
Stacey
about
LeBrun, maybe the jury just quit.
I would. I'd be like, we have been here for 14 days and I don't know how this man died. So I'm out. Like, I would just stay home. Like, you couldn't make me. I'm like, no, unless you get the jury has revolted.
Wouldn't that be
Allegedly.
contempt of court and you can go instantly to prison?
It depends how
Like
If the
30
entire
days.
jury does it, if the entire jury walks out.
Well, I am just a law-abiding citizen. So what? I don't know
True.
about you Americans. You are cray-cray. In my mind, the feds sent somebody and they went all John Wick on the entire court. T-Rex, good speculation.
Well, we don't know where Chloe is, and we know how John Wick feels about dogs.
That's true.
Maybe.
I mean, it does. The fact pattern follows. I'm going where the evidence. I'm painting with all the colors of true crime, and that is what the evidence is telling you.
All the colors of the court.
Should we drink box wine and just wildly speculate and see how well those pens weren't John's pens because those
I'm
were
down for
Wranglers.
an afternoon. It's just a cleaning. I say we do it.
Day drinking? Okay.
Yeah,
drink on
twist
stream.
my arm.
I say the wrong things to the wrong crowd because I don't day drink and I don't drink on stream. So
It's not day for you, is it? It's
Yeah.
Well, I
it's
still
not-
don't drink on streams, so
just mute
Well-
your cam. Turn your cam off. Do one of these numbers. Just be an avatar for the day.
yeah.
Stu.
And a different name when I sit here and say all the profanities in Danish. Kraftedeme, mand. Det er de ski-amerikanere, det er forbandede svenskere, det er utroligt,
I
mand.
don't know. That kind of sounds like Smexy talk to me.
Så
Doesn't sound like
giver
a
de
curse.
nok en lille en, så giver de nok en lille bitte en.
Baker gets a million D.
Coming to a coffee house near you.
Near
Baker's
you.
3-song LP.
I will let you know I have more than 3 songs.
I am irritated. I had to do my German, braid hairdo so I could put my wig on after Mr. Mo did say, "Hey, could you possibly not go to the dentist dressed as Bev from Canton?"
Aw.
And since, he is still worried about my ability to adult, I figured I'd give him that one.
Marissa has found something on a Facebook page. Due to unforeseen circumstances, in-person court has been canceled for today. There is a scheduled Zoom at 11, which may or may not be televised. Thank you all so much for your continued support and contribution. We will keep you informed of any additional changes.
I saw Boston 10. Sue from Boston 10 said that Brennan and Lally walked into court, were there for a couple minutes, then left.
So it could be a sick defense lawyer, but again, they have so many, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh my God, it went Borowski. Thank you, Nunya Business. It was food poisoning. They had the fish sticks.
Nobody can find where Bev is. She passed out in the gutter somewhere, as her tradition on Thursday morning, as is tradition on Thursday morning in Canton, Massachusetts. It's in Norfolk. But thank you, T-Rex.
I'm pretty sure Brian Higgins went to rehab, y'all.
Maybe Jura had emergency then, and they are going to try to do the motions, is what Jess is thinking. But if a juror is out, they'll just kick them and keep the court going. They have 18 jurors.
Court proceedings for a juror. That doesn't seem.
Yeah, they're not going to end it just because someone has a sick kid. Again, you can just get another kid.
Grab one of Mo's. She's got a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just pop out another here in a year and,
You mean 7 months?
I swear to goodness, Valhalla, you keep putting that out in the universe and our Bob Barker routine gets undone because apparently they can grow back. Like, why? Why would it grow back?
Terrible.
I wasn't singing Spank My Booty. I was singing a song that's called Then He Maybe Give Another One, because it's a beer.
Oh, a beer.
No, he's giving a little one because it's a celebration song. Because normally when you're drinking, you're not drinking beer. Beer that's just beer. That's not drinking.
Yes.
Speak for yourself.
But beer is beer. It's not drinking. Drinking is like when you get like a snaps or Malort or something.
Oh.
A little one of the small ones.
Okay.
Because you get them in the small glasses. So it's if you're having a birthday party or get celebrated at work and you're pounding a few beers, which is not drinking, then you'll ask for some hard liquor. Just sometimes the engine needs a little oxide.
Okay.
I can
I'm
see
here for it.
Baker is singing about people imperious to the beeping of. No, I'm not singing about that, Brandon.
Man, I need a soundboard so bad.
I need a soundboard,
I have one, but it doesn't work because I can't feed it through the microphone, even though it's the same brand.
Huh.
But I have my
weird.
I have my
red remote control.
No, it's a soundbox Marissa sent me, but it doesn't get picked up when I play it for the microphone. It's
Interesting.
We can't hear anything. There's no sound at all. It's the worst
Doesn't
noise box
no,
I've ever heard or haven't heard.
Well, thank you,
The
Marissa.
quiet
I
noise
liked it.
box.
I don't know why Valhalla hates you.
Seems to be a shitty present, Marissa, if I'm being honest. Seems quite average.
Y'all, stop scaring
Subpar.
me. Look, Mr. Mo is home from retirement. We're going to have at least a week with no children because the boys get out of school next week. Y'all are terrifying me.
That's the most insanely dumb thing I have ever heard.
See,
Well,
What-
I don't know what it is, but I agree. We
I
left
think it was that
Valhalla
voice
on.
box thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Baker is right. Beer isn't drinking. The doctor told my dad to drink beer to get his caloric count up. He came home from the hospital. Good
Cool.
doctor.
Any doctor that recommends drinking beer is okay in my book.
True. Very true.
If beer wasn't drinking, why would they tell children and pregnant women to drink light beer? Well, because they have to watch their figure, especially there's pregnancy diabetes. It's a problem.
Yeah, not gonna lie. My first kid, I definitely thought all of it was just gonna go to the belly. So when I tried to put my old pants on and they didn't fit, I was like, what is this? What is this trickery? I was told all of this goes to my baby. Now, did I eat like a good, normal, sensible pregnant woman? Or did I get a double quarter pounder with regular Coke because for the baby?
That one.
In my defense,
That
I was
one.
22 and beyond stupid.
What if the witness for
corn syrup?
What if the witness for today was not ready or are refusing to testify? Hank has botched this before. Maybe that's all it is. If a witness have denied testifying, they would bring another witness. We would have an hour delay. We're talking about a full day out of court.
And if they're having a hearing later today, something clearly happened.
Yeah, and Ted Daniel says it appears the cancellation of today's testimony was a game time decision. So it's not something the new prosecution team was here, and several people in the courthouse told me they just learned as well. So it's something that sprung on them. No one is knowing what happened.
Maybe Higgins got charged. That'll throw a wrench in your case.
And Brennan and Lally was in the courthouse this morning. They left with a bit of a concerned look. Then we get the email that court is canceled for unavoidable circumstances. Cue unhinged speculation and wild rumors. Brandy is right. But if they left with a concerned look, it can be anything. It can be, oh, we're concerned because we have lined the kids up again for today. And we're feeling a little bit bad that we have taken them out of school for 2 days without them testifying. It could be, OMG, Proctor has sung overnight, but then they wouldn't be there. Lally would be in cuffs.
Well, what if Karen was sick? I just read that in the chat, and that is one possibility that we didn't think. Maybe she's having an attack, or her Crohn's or her MS is really messing.
Why would they
up.
have a hearing later today?
I don't think that would be held secret. I think then it'll be said, unforeseen circumstances due to Karen Reed's illness, because right now everyone is speculating wildly. So Bev has grave concerns.
Speculation station's always a great place to go. It's my favorite. And
yeah,
all of those things, all of them.
Do you think that rehab will help Higgins with his game?
No.
Because I feel like that should be a focus too. Also, I'm not clowning on anyone going to rehab. If you're ready to deal with your addiction, that is awesome. And I support anyone who does.
Hold on, time out. He's not going to rehab because he wants help. I think he went to rehab, y'all. I think he did. And the reason that I think this is only because
okay. My brain just caught up with the.
Oh, I was speculating a bunch last night in Baker's chat. So if you are in the Army, for example, and you get arrested for a DUI, if you tell your chain of command that you have a problem and you need help with your alcohol consumption problem, then they will send you to rehab and you essentially won't get in trouble, right? You'll have to go get help. They'll make you be better, but you can't lose your job over it, right? You can't get fired for being for getting a DUI if you go to rehab, kind of thing. So I was trying to figure out how Higgins still has a job working for the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Agency, when he's on video
They've got to have
drinking, moving
experts.
federal, right? Like there's so the only thing that I can think of is that he hey, I got a problem, y'all. Send me to rehab. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Otherwise, I can't figure out why he's still got a job. So that's my speculation, y'all. Higgins went to rehab before. It's already happened. He went, he did it. That's what he's doing.
So here's another angle we haven't discussed. How irritated is the jury now that they continue to have to come in that's continuously, habitually late starts, and then there are constant sidebars or conferences where the lawyers need to talk, with Bev constantly saying we're actually shortening the time you have to be here by lengthening the time. Like, as a juror, that would piss me off more than anything. We're trying to streamline the process.
I don't think the jury really understands all that. Like, I know you can get a jury upset with you, right? If you're being too ridiculous, but I don't think they have any idea. They're just doing what they're told. They're sitting there and they're listening when they're supposed to.
His back of his head doesn't look as red outside.
Did Lally just jump like 3 steps? Like,
look, he's doing CrossFit.
4? Wow.
He's working on his quads or his glutes.
And then just walk around.
Always muted when I make great points. Why is he hanging his head?
Well, that's because he's out of breath. He ran 4 steps. He's like,
I think that's just his posture. Some people have a kind of
because
kyphosis.
He straightens up when he goes inside.
Oh.
He starts straight. Bends his head on the last 2 floors of the stairs.
So did I, and then I went to Tennessee last year and met you.
Giggity.
But why doesn't he have anything? It just shows that he's in the cock chair, because he doesn't have a suitcase, briefcase, anything.
Yeah, he's not even allowed to wear a merce. That's upsetting.
Maybe he got a fanny pack on. That's all he needs, because he only carries 10 number 2 Pendletons. But they came, ran into the courtroom, ran out again. That's all we know. And we will do wild speculations. I am going with aliens. Lally is testing Apple Health data. It's yeah.
I think
thinking he's trying not to
came in.
Trip
the
off the
feds finally arrested people. It's over, y'all.
Yeah, it's the feds.
Cancel Christmas. It's over.
We are getting Sean of the Golf on, and he will tell us, because he has a special team of 5 that has all the great. So, welcome all, Sean at the Golf.
And
it's been 3 years in the making. The feds have finally made the arrests. It's over.
They waited till 15 days into case 2. They just wanted Yuri Bukaki to be on camera. No, that was Brian Higgins. It was the 5-minute rule. Oh, it's a 15-minute rule, I think, in Denmark. If the judge doesn't show, then we all go home. But the defense team wasn't there, so they must have been there. So the feds finally stepped in. I'm with Val. Feds made arrest. Space aliens are also illegal aliens. You don't know if they showed up at one of those places.
Port of entry.
Port of entry, yeah.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
I don't know. Again, to me, Lally just looks defeated, but he's done that for the last 2 years because he's sitting in the cock chair.
I think he likes the cock chair, if I'm being honest. I think that's like his.
I don't understand the cock chair. I don't understand that mentality. Have you seen? If you see it online, the lighting is good and they're using all those positions. If you saw me, I think it would look more like 2 hippos rolling around, fighting over a scrap of grass.
No,
It's-
I've already seen that move. It was the Heimlich maneuver, chest
The
thrust or hip
Abdominal
thrust.
thrust.
Abdominal
Thrust.
I'm sorry. It was so cringy. I blocked it out. I was gonna have to go to a therapist, but you guys dragged it out of me. Thank you.
I got you.
Rage Crochet, right now, everyone is wildly speculating. And my guess of aliens is as big as some big evidence. No one has confirmed anything. I have Twit here. I have Jemima and Marissa scrolling through everything. You will hear 1,000 reasons why, and none of them will be real until anything happens.
Except for the feds came in and arrested everybody. That's what happened.
Except there was black helicopters over the courthouse. You could see it in the reflection.
Crashing into airplanes.
They rappelled down to the steps on the front of the courthouse in black face masks. They came in hot, MP9s blazing. John Wick status.
Why did the aliens probe Bev with an unopened White Claw? They poured him.
And thank you, Obscure Destinations Outdoor, for the super chat. Hi from Gator Central in the Glades, Mo and crew. Actually, Mr. Mo was like, if they take away property tax in Florida, that's where we're moving. And I was like, sweetheart, do you remember that there are gators, pythons, and people who like Disney as adults that live in Florida?
Don't forget panthers too. They have panthers.
Yeah, no. And hurricanes.
My old man and I rented a couple of Harleys in Florida one year, and we drove all down Alligator Alley and around and stuff. It was really awesome, by the way. But we're sitting there at like a stop sign or something, and we take off and we're riding, and there's all of a sudden like this big 15-foot tall fence on both sides of the road, like a chain link fence. I was like, what the hell is that about, right? There's a sign right there that says caution, cougar crossing. Like, what the hell kind of safari nonsense did we just ride into? I'm sitting on this motorcycle thinking, I feel vulnerable right now.
Hey, some of us don't mind a cougar.
Giggity.
Yeah, I was there. I was going to cross, but then you were like, no. And
this is the official court thing. Good morning. Please be advised that the trial in Commonwealth we can read is not taking place today due to unavoidable circumstances. There's a lot of punctuation not going on. Best regards, Jennifer.
Listen, Jennifer, we're going to need a little more information out of you. All right.
Yeah.
If you're the spokesperson. We need some speaking.
We need to know the truth about the feds.
Yeah. Here's the problem with trying to keep it opaque. You are now making fertile ground for all of us to say aliens attacked, a cougar, got into the courtroom. What you should say is something that gives a little bit of information and stops this. I mean, it's the same.
Actually, you know what, Jennifer Donahue? This is your fault. All this speculation is completely on your shoulders, ma'am. You could have done better. You could have given us a little direction, a little guidance in this situation, but no. Now we're talking aliens and feds. Look what you did, Jennifer. Shame.
I mean, yeah. Of course, Bev was probably like, I'll help you write it when it comes up. We'll table this discussion until the middle of the trial and then take 4 hours. And then I'm going to have to dismiss the jury.
Terrible.
Mo, if you move to Florida, you are not taking your kids to Jack,
J Hatch. It's from the Maya Kowalski trial. And no, I'll be learning at-home medicine if it comes to that.
What do they tell the jurors they want to know too? Yeah, again, no court today because of sudden illness. You can say that as well without.
Good.
You don't have to say, well, someone ate the fish. Never eat the fish, like Kowalski always told us. He was a man of wise decisions and good sound advice. But
I got to change the title of this and everything now. Look what you did, Jennifer.
Unavoidable circumstances just seems like. Did they have an earthquake? Did God come down and say, "Hey, buddy"?
Hey,
to be fair, there's been a lot of lying and sinning in that courtroom. That being said, unavoidable circumstances, I have to leave you all now, so I'm going to get my teeth cleaned. Please run over to my chat. I will leave the poll up to let me know when you would like Auntie Bev to show up from the Cape this week. You do have options of today, a stream where Auntie Bev from the Cape watches Yuri dance around the truth and tells her real feelings. Tomorrow in the morning, or Friday, and I will actually drink the White Claws. So that is what you have. You can choose. But thank you guys so much for watching. And guys, keep speculating. I'll be listening. Bye, you guys.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see you later, Mo.
And Lefty says, a cougar in the courtroom. Didn't that used to be called Mo in the deep end? And congratulations, Lefty, for applying for monetization on his YouTube channel. Because of my hard work, he got over 500 subscribers. He will be thanking me in an official stream he will do today, where he will sing his praises and say all the time he called me a muff mouth and an ununderstandable
mush mouth.
Muff mouth. And he will then say Denmark rules, Sweden rules. Baker is the greatest. I haven't forced him to do that. He is just doing it because he really wants to say thank you. And I've heard it. I haven't confirmed it with him, but he claims I am the greatest YouTube streamer in the history of YouTube. Thank you so much, Lefty. Even if it not verbatim what you said when you were doing the Sue Bird and yelling, I don't understand your weird accent. He's from Green Bay. And a Chicago Bear fan. His diet is 90% cheese, so not much going up there. He is a cheesehead. We don't know what happened. All we know is because of unavoidable circumstances, there won't be any call today. Rumors are there might be a Zoom call at 11. We have no confirmation. We are wildly speculating. Valhalla and I have arrived, I think, at a conclusion. It's Fed-employed aliens who has descended on the courtroom.
Fact. Write that down. There will be a test later.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Miami. That's it's going to be a long day.
There's baby goats.
Greg, I bet Bev got sick, nothing more. Greg, if that's true, I just wish they, instead of giving that wishy-washy, unforeseen circumstances or unavoidable circumstances, they just said, because of a sudden onset illness, court has been delayed today. Come back at 2:00 to see what happens tomorrow. Because that's we delay court if like a layman gets sick or a judge gets sick or a witness gets sick. We do that all the time, and we just say, well, sadly, someone got sick. You don't have to show up today.
I think if Bev got sick, she would suck it up, right? Like we'd have a day or two of her coughing and wheezing before she like called it. You know what I mean? She's not just, oh, I don't feel good today. I'm cramping. Like, I don't think that's the case.
Let's play words Baker can't pronounce. Okay, I say a word first, and after you translate it, you give me a word back.
Your language doesn't sound like real words. It sounds like...
We pronounce everything salmon. It's so easily debunked that you don't say it as it's written.
Hooked on phonics, my friend. Hooked on phonics.
Imagine if Bev got a DUI and tweaked out on cam. Oh, that could be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
I want to see that.
Awesome. I'd make it my intro.
But again, everything is just, I don't know. Cathy Russo, I'm wondering if a juror is sick or something like that. That's usually a last-minute cancellation. The email from court did not indicate why. But they have 6 alternates, so that shouldn't be a thing. I don't know why. Others are speculating that it could be some fake BS about jury security and threats.
Maybe they're trying to charge Turtle Boy with something. That was something I didn't.
Turtle Boy
didn't
has a
think
court
about.
date today, I believe.
Maybe they're trying to get him arrested again.
Yeah, well, I think he has a court date today.
They do like to put him in jail. That's a hobby they got up there in Norfolk County.
Well, they like to try and then get denied. People are speculating that the Zoom is to drop the charges. It wouldn't happen on Zoom. That would happen in court. It's all the speculations. So we can't. Everyone is doing the same thing as us, just saying, well, maybe Bev just said, I don't want to do a half day. Let's take the full day. I'm just rolling through. That's why I'm a little unattentive. I don't know.
Well, now I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my day. It's raining.
Well, you can go do a goat walk.
It's raining.
Men. After Bukaki's testimony, the entire court caught the Canton brainworms, and they can't remember how to get to the courthouse.
I just caught the raining men thing. Just caught it. I'm catching it up.
I bet my beloved Royal Island that it is because of something pretty simple. Citizen Dane, it's a nothing burger that will be blown absolutely out of proportion, and I will.
If you call having the entire investigation team arrested by the feds a nothing burger, okay, Baker, okay.
You know you're gonna get us shit canned because other people will come over and say, "Hey, this Valhalla guy," and hey, you don't know it, but there's a reason why he disappears 1 month every year. That's because he's at Quantico getting his recertification as a Fed. So he has. I heard McDonald and him, McDonald. I can't remember Sean's last name.
McDonough
trains at the same place, so he knows stuff. He's a Fed. Any motions filed? The snoots haven't found any. Again, Jenna Rocco, who is kind of close to the Karen Reed crew, is saying Karen's not feeling well. So that's probably the most legit source so far. That's from Jenna Rocco, and she's kind of close to the defense team.
I'm not so sure that they give a whole heap about how the defendant's feeling in most murder trials, right? A little under the weather, not a big deal. I don't think they usually cancel
unless she has a doctor's notice that she can't appear. Then
that'd be some mobster shit right there.
Yeah,
but doctor's note to get out of my murder trial.
If she's just I'm feeling under the weather, Macron's acting up. Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. We see you at 9:15. But if she has been at the doctor's and the doctor said she can't participate in court today, but then she can waive her right to appearance and they can still do the trial.
I don't know if there's a doctor's note that'll get you out of your.
Well, if you're hospitalized, maybe. So, but that wouldn't be 5 minutes before court starts.
No, absolutely.
This came out 2 hours ago. Oh, this isn't. When did this come out? It came out. Nope. 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 Nothing is. They just updated. Nothing is saying anything, and we didn't know about it till 5 minutes before court if she had been so sick overnight that she can't go to court today, she would have had to have had a doctor's appointment because you can't just stay away from court because you got the sniffles. It has to be severe. She can't be running to the bathroom all day. Well, the judge will tell you can actually do that. Only, I think, if you're hospitalized or you have some kind of doctor's note, because this is the prison system or the justice system. They don't give a fuck how bad you feel.
They sure
I
don't.
can tell you that most days, a lot of people feel really, really bad because they will be arraigned during hangovers, drug withdrawal,
Psychotic breaks.
It's not like they're saying, "Oh, you got the boo-boo? Take a day off.
We'll forgive you." Till and Dagmar Beebe.
Mange tak. It's a pastry, a Dagmar tort. It's named after our very old Queen Dagmar, who was the wife of, I believe Harold Bluetooth, maybe.
Okay.
But it's kind of a staple for coffee. But Citizen Dane, thank you so much. It's more than enough for Dagmar chat, but with taxes, yeah, it's probably going to end up being enough for one. And 169. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
How you doing?
Thank you so much. Megan Tech. The note reads, if Karen participates in court today, there will be bodily secretions everywhere. Dr. Richard Enormous. It's the same Dr. Brennan uses to get his oxy from. It's totally a real doctor. I have a prescription. Richard Enormous? Yeah.
That's an unusual doctor's name.
Well, they can't be called Chang, everyone.
I think no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I got nothing. I keep hearing Discord noises, but I don't think it's mine.
If you hear it, it's Jemima just sent me, but she can't find anything. What if she's puking for a tummy virus? Then why don't you say it? Jess Mercado is confirming that Karen is sick. But again, I just don't see how they will stall a court appearance unless she is very sick. We're talking die. We had a witness in a hospital bed who almost croaked live in court.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Being interviewed by the defendant, questioned by the defendant.
Yeah, couldn't hear shit, and she was just yelling.
That woman was so dope.
Do you think we will ever get an explanation onto why the court is canceled? If it's illness, I can't understand why they didn't put out because of the defendant's illness, court has been canceled today. I don't understand why that couldn't be there. And again, it's not like the justice system is really accommodating for illnesses, because every single day, go to any court, any of, not these high profile cases, go to Judge Fleischer or any one of these cases, you will see people in withdrawal. You'll see people in massive crippling pain because they have a normal oxy abuse that they can't cover because that's not legal, and they are in massive pain. The justice system doesn't care about your well-being. They care about their time. So why don't they come out and say, well, it's okay. Maybe it's a threat on the courthouse, Skid Boy says over on Rumble. No, because other court proceeding is going on. Maybe, as Marissa says in Discord, it's because they're making good time and judge's decision. Yeah. But I can't buy that Bev, with the way she's been, would called this an unavoidable circumstance. She would have called this because of the defendant's sick, illness, because she knows right now everyone is just going crazy. Yeah, if she's sick, just call her sick.
Yeah, that seems
No problem.
strange to me.
It's not a HIPAA violation to say someone is ill. Let's just go out there and say Karen Reed sadly got sick overnight, and to not prejudice her against her, we took the day off. Yeah, it's. I think it's the aliens.
Definitely the feds arresting everybody. Everybody go to prison.
Black helicopters everywhere. I think it's just as possible that Bev spilled her White Claw. Maybe Paul couldn't be there. We have to have Paul there. Can't do it without him.
Paul the Balls or Trooper Paul?
Both. Bev would have them claim Karen is probably faking. That's what I'm saying. I would expect her to have a doctor's note saying, well, she's clearly ill, and that's why we can't do court today. I don't think Bev would just say, oh,
Miss Reed, you go home and get some rest. We'll just do your murder trial tomorrow. Don't you worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't you worry, honey. You want some soup? I'll send over some soup. Some clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
You got to think like an alien. They were probably told they needed an invitation from the family to stay and promptly yeeted both families. Could be. They're like vampires.
Man, now
Maybe
I want some
multiple
clam chowder. Sounds delicious.
I don't know what clam chowder is.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Good.
I don't know what a chowder is.
It's a thick soup. It's like creamy, thick.
Kind of like an asparagus soup.
Not sure. I don't think I've ever had an asparagus.
That's a little thicker.
Yeah, it's thicker.
And thick soups save lives.
I might actually have a can of Campbell's. Hold on.
Maybe multiple jurors, but then tell us multiple jurors got sick. A credible source says Karen is sick. Yeah, and we have that same credible source. It's Jenna Rocco, it's Nick Rocco. But again, I just have a hard time believing that Bev would, unless... Why would she call it an unavoidable circumstance? That's my problem. It's
made me sad.
Oh. I've heard Flux is really fond of clam chowder as well.
Clam chowder is delicious.
Mm-hmm. That was a gay joke.
Say it, Frenchie. Say chowder.
And again, if it's a game time decision, wouldn't they have called they would have called the state the same time they called the court and said, hey, Karen is feeling really badly today. And they stay in Boston, they'll be up at 6 a.m. or something like that. Why would Brennan and Lally enter the courthouse at normal time and go home 5 minutes later? Again, I'm not saying it's not true. She could be sick. It could be a hiccup. But professional courtesy would have someone call Brennan and said, hey, we just talked to Judge Canoni. No court today. You can go to the Cape.
Yeah, don't bother driving all the way in here.
Yeah. I'm just doing a checkup, if anything.
Well, I appreciate it. Destinations Outdoors. I appreciate it. House coats are not a good idea, y'all.
Breaking, multiple sources are confirming that the reason there is no in-person court today is in fact because Turtle Boy gave the Commonwealth McDonough. Yeah, Shaun of the Gulf.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Oh. So gave him, how did you give it to him?
It's a joke.
Okay.
the O'Keefe family was there, and John O'Keefe's niece and nephew were scheduled to testify today. So again, why wouldn't they cancel? They couldn't. It's just, yeah. I just have a hard time seeing that, oh, she got sick in the car over there and then it got delayed. I don't know.
I mean, so she's had. I'm not gonna. She's had a bunch of surgeries in the last little while, right? So like she could be very, very sick with what she's got going on, and I guess
yeah, but you don't get sick 2 minutes before court starts. That's my problem. You don't.
I do know that with her particular situation, it can come on rather quickly. It can build rather quickly, and like, you know, without getting too gross, she might be pooping blood right now for all we know.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. I don't know. I'm speculating like everyone else. The most verifiable, truthful, closest to the defense team is the
Feds.
Roccos, and
The feds are doing it. The feds came in. That's the most reliable.
Aiden has just made breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Karen Reed has agreed to turn state witness against Sean McDonough, aka El Jefe, as he has been revealed to be the true mastermind behind everything. They apparently waterboarded her, demanding that she give us McDonough, and she could go free. After 2 years of protecting him, Karen finally decided to give him up. And John DePetro, who I think is some of the worst people on this case, court is canceled because the defendant is hungover. Irish flu.
Don't you got to sober up a little bit to get hungover though? Like if you just keep drinking, you're good. Give her another White Claw. Send her ass into court.
Yeah,
we got testimony to hear.
And again, she wouldn't get a day off because she has the Irish flu.
No. Brennan was visited by 3 ghosts last night. That's funny.
No, I had that one. Karen's at home sparkling the bathroom walls.
Spackling.
It's
like
the grout thingy.
Sort of, but the whole wall. Stucco. It's like stucco. Spackle. Stucco. Same thing.
And
Karen's linked to MS-13. That's funny.
Maybe she got deported. Who knows?
She got deported. Oh shit!
And to everyone who says there will be a Zoom call at 11, we don't know. It's not official anywhere. I've looked again. I don't see anything out there. It might be. What time is it now? It's almost 9. It's almost 10. But it's supposed to be maybe at 11. But I have my masterminds trying, and they haven't snooped up anything either. So I don't know. Maybe the hearing today is about the buffer zone because she got overturned in the Supreme Court.
She got Bev?
Well, she didn't get overturned. It was sent down to the lower level so they could take the right decision. So it's not she's not overturned, but it's an indication you better get it right or we will step in, and it doesn't look good. Family members could be, everything could happen. Marissa is always here to be the boring one. Now, court is canceled. I don't think it matters why. It's not the feds. The case isn't dismissed. And there's nothing about the motion hearing.
Why are you just stepping all over our dreams, Marissa? Why are you just down there being a buzzkill for no reason?
Yeah.
God, be better.
And she has to run this while we are in Tennessee. She better come up with some federal alien stories.
Right? Give these people what they want, Marissa. Speculation, innuendo, and rumor.
And no truth. Hey, Ambrosia. Is there a Trump press release about a... No, there isn't. Thank you. Doubt it, or I think they would have informed media about the sickness, I think is what Jamie's talking about. Yeah. Is the court schedule public knowledge? I think you can see the docket. So we used to do that. No way the judge would let a defendant cancel court for being sick. They would always be sick. Could you imagine Daryl Brooks?
Yeah.
Again, if she's represented by her team, why can't the trial go on? Because as long as he signs a waiver, we saw that in the Adam Montgomery trial. He didn't show up in the entire trial. He was represented by counsel. I don't know.
She'd have to sign it though, right? Like she.
But no, but she could do it today. Saying, "Sadly, I'm sick. I'm waiving my right to appear in court today."
For the goats, not but my cows are hungry too. I appreciate it. Immensely obscure destinations outdoors. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to see you.
It's probably the only fan is fed up and wanted a day off. Yeah, it's because there's been no half days, so we have to take a full day. Fire and Ice, great movie from what is it? Blazing Blades. Isn't that the team? Will Ferrell and the other guy aren't they called Fire and Ice?
Yeah, Blades of Glory is the movie.
Blades of Glory, yeah.
Yeah.
Bev is either happy because she can't stand being in court for a full day, or she pissed because this means the case is going to go past her scheduled timeline. Yeah.
One day though, I don't know.
Might be that the Supreme Court are seeing this case and is giving better talking. No, wouldn't happen right now. I'm bored of all the wild theories, sorry. But have you thought about the shoes? Because the way he took the shoe out of the bag, I think that was a signal to the feds to come in. And since the lizard people took over the feds, they have not, because the lizard people have these sprayed feet, so they can't wear Nikes because Nikes is a very slender shoe.
They are. So
slender. I'm just saying it's the feds. Did Higgins actually move any cars? Yes, he moved one.
Yes. Moved one and got into two other cars.
Well, he got into one other car and took a bag out of another one. And the butt dial wasn't in his hand because this call at 1:27 wasn't disclosed. No one saw it before this video came out.
There's also a call afterwards when he was leaving too. There's a call when he's coming into the police station and another call when he's leaving.
And the butt dial is an hour later. Pin King 554 news. Karen Reed suddenly passed away last night. I don't.
That's terrible.
So.
That's terrible.
Pin King. Don't put that juju on her.
Oh, it's got to be funny, not just sad.
Yeah, if we're speculating, lizard people need to be involved. Maybe she got abducted by aliens. She could, but I wouldn't. Well, then Bev can force her to come to court. So yeah. Her bail conditions say she has to attend every hearing. I don't think she will waive her rights to be present. Well, she will be at every hearing if she's represented by counsel. So she can stay away. She can't leave the country or anything, and they need to know where she is. But she is there in spirit because she's represented. 1 day plus now the Aruba witnesses 3 days. The kids, probably Paulo Balls, the brain expert, the Aruba sisters, the new ME, the new Crash Daddy. It's not going to be 3 days. Y'all, it's okay. I called Bev. She owed me a favor. I'm behind on the VODS, so she said she would give me a day. Wolpe, thank you for letting us know.
Nice.
I have Discord open.
You know you can make that not make noise, right?
Yeah, but then I can't hear when they write because I also have TwitchSpot open, so I can go look myself.
So we all get to hear your notifications. Awesome.
Now Marissa is sitting there. Oh, you wanted a day off? I don't. As soon as I get a day off, I start complaining that we have a day off. Marissa, are you new here?
Don't you try to make sense of things, Marissa. Stop it. Stop it.
It would be a great band name and maybe a corn movie.
I think that is a corn movie. Pretty sure I've seen that one.
Oh, it's because I'm feeding the Discord into the stream. I can just take it off the stream. Then you can't hear it because it's not fed through by.
Why don't you do that then, Baker? Why
because
you
I just did. It's
90% of your chats. 90% of your chats. Like, where's the Discord notification that I'm hearing? Why are we all getting Discord notifications?
Well, you're hearing
making silly comments like you wanted a day off anyway.
Marissa's
fault.
It's because Mo said, "Oh, you're doing a great job." Her head is.
You gotta
it's
watch
getting
that,
big.
Marissa.
I have learned from Jamie that you need to yell and disparage the people you work with so they all work harder. You don't have to say thank you because then people will think, "Oh, we're doing a good enough job." Aliens in tactical gear abducted Valhalla. Maybe ICE detained her for speaking in a terrible accent. Quick, Karen, say, park your car in the garage. Yep, she's a funny accent. Take her in. Isn't that everyone in Baston? This case has everything, y'all. At least we can all agree on that. The only thing it doesn't have is justice. But everything else.
I don't know. I think I've made up as many fake stories as I can for one day.
I think I'm roughly there as well. Don't you understand? That's what actually happened is Brennan said, what if any enough times because the prophecy is super mega lawyer and the trial is over and we don't need the jury anymore. Could be the reason.
Mrs. Valhalla yesterday was trying to explain to me how she feels the opening and closing statements of court cases are unfair in the way that they're positioned during the court, the timeline. And she believes that they should, in the middle of the case in chief and the defense, she believes that they should each get another opportunity to speak again. So she wants opening statements, a closing from the state, an opening from the defense again, and then everybody gets a closing statement at the end again. I was like, that's insane, woman. Like, why would we do that? That is so much talking for no reason.
Can we just agree? No opening statements, no closing statements. Prove it in court, or go fornicate yourself with a cacti. No, but that's not fair. Stop whining. Stop whining. Don't do it. That's
that's funny.
Yeah.
And explain to her that most cases are like a day and a half long. And then she realized that it would be silly to have that many opening closings.
Hank Brennan on the way out says, try to enjoy the day. It's beautiful out. That's what he says. So.
Oh, he's going to the glory hole. He's spending his afternoon at the glory hole.
So I don't think there's a Zoom at 11 either, if he's saying enjoy the day out. So I don't think I think this is all we got, fellas and ladies. I don't know. I have nothing else to ramble on about. I can sit here and say 25,000 times that, yeah, maybe she's sick, but that's not fun. Let's take a day off.
I'm all right
I'll
with
keep
that.
an eye on if anything pops up with a Zoom call later. And
Turtle Boy's got court at 2. Is it televised? Is it on?
it's probably on Zoom. If it's on Zoom, I would recommend following it over at the Glarer. He normally has those Zoom call accesses. So, he's not a giver. Well, giving
I think
it.
we all know. I think we all know which side he prefers.
But I'm going to send you all over to recovery. Please put some donuts in his chat. Keep an eye out. Follow on Discord on the Twit Twats, and I will notify if I get any updates. We will try. If something comes up at 11 that we have access to, we will cover that. But again, I can speculate for 8 hours, but my conclusion will be the same and is the correct one. Karen Reed was abducted by lizard people dressed up like federal agents. McDonough is in on it. I know his special team of 5 has set this up. It's because of the planet Uranus.
I figured it out. Brian Higgins and Karen Reed just ran off together to Mexico. They're getting married down in Cancun this weekend, y'all. Dang!
They got us all. They tricked us all.
And on that high note, go have a
Bear.
wonderful day out.
Jen! Misreads.
Yes.
Jen!
Get cut and dry. Pretty simple. Just pin it on the girl, right? Pretty simple. Just pin it on the girl, right?
Objection.
Pretty simple. Just pin it on the girl, right?